Okay, so if I wanted to low light her, you can take an actual low light color if you want to do a third color, so you have your base and your highlight, or if you want to just use your base color depending on what it is that you're using. Then have a secondary paddle and see how these two separate highlights are here. There we go. I like to kind of pull my low lights from underneath of the highlights a little bit, because if the highlight lays on top of the low light, then it's going to make the depth from the low light is going to make the highlight pop even more. So I'll take the tail of my comb and kind of pull it from underneath it there, like that. And so then by doing it that way, one, that's going to lay underneath of these highlights, which is going to make those pop out more. But also what this looks like, if you were to actually kind of section it off, it looks like, so this is a V here and straight across, well, not quite straight, but almost straight across there. It's almost like a triangle section, you know, skinny at the top, and then it gets broader and wider down here at the bottom, so that it's going to slightly lay underneath of that, which will create depth, but not just like a super dark banding there. So, and again, depending on the effect is how heavy I'm going to put that color on there. So I'm going to kind of smudge it in there. Normally I would use a smaller balayage brush for this, so you don't do what I just did and get it on the highlights. So normally I'd use one of the other balayage brushes like the one I was using earlier. So I'm going to paint it on there, and I don't normally go all the way down with the low light. I mean, again, there are times that I do want depth all the way down to the end, and so then I will go ahead and, you know, pull it through. Normally I don't. Normally I kind of do the opposite of a highlight and start out heavier up here and then gently diffuse off down here, so there isn't as much color on there. Whereas with the highlight, you gently diffuse up here and then you get more saturated at the bottom. But again, just kind of depends on what the look is that you're going for. But that is if you were doing a base, a highlight, and there's your low light. So I hope that helps, Steph, and I really hope your grandma's doing better. I look forward to meeting you again sometime in person. And if you still have any questions or whatever, you can either call me, or you can email me, or Facebook me, or text me, either one. And if you need another video to show you anything else, feel free to ask. I don't mind at all. Have a great night, Steph. Bye.